It's only lap 4 of the race at Iowa Speedway, and 2 playoff contenders are already done for the day. Tyler Reddick just took out his own teammate, and the fallout could reshape the championship picture with the Chase reset less than a month away. Let's break down exactly what happened. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. So here's how it all went down. On lap 4 of this 350-lap race, Tyler Reddick was running side by side with Erik Jones, the two of them battling hard for 7th position. Ross Chastain was right there too. He actually considered going 3 wide to make it even more interesting, but Chastain backed off and settled in behind Reddick instead. Then, entering turn 1 at the start of that 4th lap, things went wrong fast. Reddick's No. 4523XI Racing Toyota snapped loose on its own, no contact, no one pushed him into it, the car just got away from him, sliding up the racetrack. And that's when it collected Erik Jones's number, 43 Legacy Motor Club Toyota, sending Jones into the outside wall. Both cars took significant damage. Both were forced to the garage. Both of their days were over on lap 4. Now let's talk about why this moment carries so much weight for Reddick specifically. He came into this race sitting 84 points behind the championship leader, with Ryan Blaney closing in right behind him. This wreck was a major setback, and it dropped him 2 spots in the standings, down to 4th. What makes that sting even more? Reddick had actually led the championship standings uncontested for the first several months of the season. That lead is now gone. For Erik Jones, the situation is even more dire. He came into Sunday sitting 18th in the standings, already 44 points below the cut line for the Chase. This early wreck basically crushed whatever hope he had left. He's now fallen to 20th in points, sitting at -50. The only silver lining, if you can call it that, bubble driver Austin Cindric also struggled on the day, so Jones only lost 6 points relative to that cut line. So what did the drivers actually say about it? Reddick didn't hold back. He called it a killer mistake. Speaking with the media scrum outside the infield care center, he said he simply lost the car. He explained that if he'd been running by himself, he probably could have saved it, but they ran out of room and both cars ended up wrecked. He called it unacceptable and pointed out that taking out a fellow Toyota driver isn't something he's supposed to do. That's a pretty honest, direct admission from Reddick. No excuses, no blaming the racetrack or the situation. He owned it. But here's the thing. This isn't an isolated bad day for Reddick. He's been on a rough stretch for several weeks now, losing his points lead and continuing to fall further behind Denny Hamlin. He even admitted there's a lot to figure out going forward, and the numbers back that up. He now has 6 finishes of 25th or worse in his last 9 races. That's a significant slide for a driver who was leading the championship not too long ago. Now, over on Jones's side of things, you could tell he was struggling to hide his disappointment. Speaking with reporters, he said it looked like Reddick just got loose and crashed, and he made it clear he didn't think Reddick meant to do it. Jones pointed out that Reddick took himself out of the race too, but he also expressed real frustration with the timing. He said if this had happened with 10 laps to go, he'd understand it more. But this was lap 3, and that's what made it so frustrating for him. As for his Chase hopes, Jones was blunt about where things stand. He said it's going to be a long shot from here and that the team is going to be deep in points after today. He explained it would take a really strong run over the final 3 races to point their way back in. In his own words, they needed 4 really good weeks. And now that's just not going to happen. So, to recap where things stand. Reddick down to 4th in points, 84 back, and now facing pressure from Blaney. Jones sitting 20th at 50 points below the cut line, with his Chase hopes hanging by a thread heading into the final stretch. So here's my question for you. With the Chase reset coming up soon, do you think Reddick can recover from this stretch of finishes, or has the damage already been done? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation News, and I'll see you in the next video.